Remember you started trying to play this game?
Oh.
This is Sphinx, right?
Yeah. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. This is fuck.
This is fuck?
This is fuck.
That's an interesting name. I thought you said this was a kid's game.
This is Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. So this is a game from my childhood. And it's bad. I'm going to be totally honest. This game is bad. I'm pretty sure the only two people who have played it casually are me and the person who wrote the game FAQ walkthrough that I used to play it when I was 9. So we're playing the GameCube port of this game on an emulator.
So it had a very much a cult following.
Yeah, a cult following of 2 people.
An intensely cult following.
Watch us get like a fucking barrage of comments from nowhere being like, my favorite game was Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. But let's get started. Alright. So I played a little bit of this, yeah. I played like 10 minutes of it. If this game looks kind of like ass, I can't do anything about it. It took me like 10 minutes just to get the gigantic black bars off of the sides of the screen, so you're gonna have to bear with it. The time I feared has arrived. The darkness prophesied will soon descend upon us, and we need to be prepared. I have chosen you both because you've already proven you are my most worthy apprentices. The mission that you are about to embark on will be a test of your strength and abilities. Prepare yourselves, for the path ahead will be highly dangerous. I cannot guarantee safe passage, or that you will return alive.
So, let me just get this straight really quickly.
Alright, yes.
The 2 most important apprentices, the people to go on this, important quest, are standing on a small ledge next to a very, very deep chasm.
Well, this is like a temple.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
also
I
they're
know.
demigods.
But does that mean they can survive 100-foot falls?
Probably. It's a video. This game is very video gamey. Also, we're the character on the right, who's a Sphinx, obviously.
What? We aren't playing as Birdman?
We are not playing as Horus, no.
That's disappointing.
But you must go of your own choosing. Now is the time to stand down if you wish. Alright, since you both accepted the task, I'll transport us to Urk, the land of darkness. There you will need to find the Blade of Osiris, represented by this convenient magical hologram. An old and powerful sword protected by the demons of Urk. Prepare yourselves for the journey. Well, too late, we're already gone.
So it's been a long time since I studied, ancient Egyptian mythology. So I'm going to go ahead and make the assumption that they get everything wrong.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. This game is only very loosely based off of Egyptian mythology. Yes, that is the infamous Castle of Urk. It's so infamous that this is the first time we're going to mention it. Nobody knows what goes on beyond those walls. At least nobody alive, but shit, man, it just gives me the jingles.
The jingles?
Look, as you can see, the piercing fiery ray is active, and that troubles me dearly. Red is just an aggressive color in general.
I prefer blues.
Legend
That's
tells us
aquamarine.
that it protects the castle of the starting area of Urk with a formidable power. Why is there legends if nobody's heard of it? Who the fuck knows?
I mean, you have to be dead to get here, so...
This area is full of traps and obstacles, so I teleported you to the very beginning instead of actually being helpful.
Yo, if you can teleport, old dude,
Oh,
why don't you just go and fix some of the problems yourself?
those graphical glitches were not there when I tested this. Beyond this point, my powers are useless. I'm afraid I can't accompany... Oh my god, my voice hurts from doing this voice. Now both of you must search out the magical Blade of Osiris. Only if you work together we have a possibility of finding it. Good luck on your quest! Why are those glitches happening?
I think I can see something interesting in the rock structures over there. I'll go investigate it. You should check out this area.
Alright, we're playing. Wait. Oh, fuck, hold on. Automatically inverted camera! Woo! Alright, there we go. I honestly can't tell if this game is lagging or not. I'm gonna try to blaze... I'm gonna try to blaze through this tutorial as quickly as possible because it's really boring and stupid. And also there's like the... Oh.
Hey! Sphinx! I'm over here by the lava fall! Come on over, I need to show you something.
Alright. So, normally, what we would do is we narrate the cutscenes, you know, and we kind of talk about the game as it was happening. But instead of doing that, because this opening segment is just stupid as fuck, I'm gonna tell the story of how I learned of this game, and how my childhood, you know, introduced me to all these weird, shitty games that I just love so dearly. So, narration ends here. For the rest of the tutorial, it's story time.
Bye.
Alright, so, when I was a kid, my parents were really fucking strict on what video games I played. Because my parents were like fucking pacifists. This fuck Horace is being a dick here, just ignore him. So, you know, my parents didn't want me to grow up, you know, playing games about violence. Which sounds like a good idea on paper. However, the way they did it was a little bit ridiculous. So, basically, what ended up happening was there were 3 rules put in place. Okay, 4 technically, about what video games I could play. I couldn't play anything that was M-rated, obviously. I couldn't play anything that was, you know, bloody. I couldn't, or violent in any particular way. I couldn't play any fighting games, and I couldn't play any games that involved guns whatsoever. And this is where the rules start to get a little bit weird. Because, I mean, that last rule already sounds kind of, you know, like, because it's like, alright, that kind of makes it impossible to play a lot of games. But my parents took it a step further. So basically, you know, I'm like 8 or 9 at this point. And my parents are putting all these crazy ass restrictions on me. So the rule about no fighting games, that extended to literally every fighting game in existence. I was not allowed to play Smash Brothers. Despite the fact that it was a cartoony game for children, I was not allowed to play it because it was a fighting game. You know? So I was... And all of the rules were like that, you know? Like, they extended to basically just, like, anything. Like, I couldn't play any game that had, you know, blood in it at all. I remember a particular incident where... Whoops, I did that wrong. I remember a particular incident where my parents, or rather, I was like, I want to play Twilight Princess for the Wii. And my parents said, no, you get to play the GameCube version because the Wii version has motion controls. And that was literally the only reason. Oh, I have to get another rock. God damn it. So, like, the reasoning behind it was super weird because they basically overestimated the immersion that the Wii created. Because they thought that, you know, if I held the Wiimote in my hand and I swung the sword, then like, I was going to get, like, force feedback from the game, and, like, it would feel like I was actually swinging the sword, and they wouldn't allow that. So that's the kind of shit that happened in my childhood. There was also the issue that, I wasn't allowed to play games, you know, all day. Basically... I don't remember the exact number, but I think it was like something like I was only allowed to play an hour of video games every day. So that on its own sounds kind of bananas, especially when you compare it to how I am now, where I play like 10 hours or whatever of video games like daily. God damn it. Sphinx, pick up the rock, man. Oh my god. But that's just how it was. Really?
Throw is a different than drop.
Yeah, I'm hitting the throw button.
You are? Never mind then.
Hold on. God, Horace, what the fuck? So, pretty much, I had extremely limited access to games. That's what's supposed to happen. So, during my childhood, I had to, like, pick and choose from just not very good game choices. But I had access to a lot of video game consoles. Because even, like, back when I was a little kid, my parents were really into emulating games. Because they were both gamers, too. So, what ended up happening was that I was, like, exposed to all these, like, different games that like, nobody else really wanted to play. Because they kind of sucked. But for me, they were all I had. Because I could only, like, play, essentially, you know, cartoonish games for kids. As opposed to anything, you know, remotely interesting. So, I mean, there's all sorts of, you know, problems and all sorts of, you know, disagreements I have about, you know, parenting. But that's not really particularly important to this discussion. But what's important is that as a kid, I got to play a whole bunch of video games that, like, nobody else would have even thought of playing. So, you know, I have fond memories of some of the weirdest video games out there. Shit like this. I have fond memories of Millennium for the fucking Amiga. I have memories of Mule for the Atari 2600. And obviously I have, like, memories of stuff like this game. So that's basically the story of how this game, you know, got into my life. It's just like, cause this was all I had to play. And I'm pretty sure I actually beat this game when I was a kid. Because between this and, like, Pikmin and, like, Burnout Revenge or whatever, there really wasn't much I could do to play. Or rather, many games for me to play. So, if any of you were ever wondering, like, why I have weird taste in video games, that's why. Because I didn't get to play any Halo or just anything remotely, you know, popular back in that time. Oh, fuck. Also, if we ever get a chance to play Mule with you, me, and Jordan, Alex, I am fucking taking that chance and rolling with it. Because Mule is the best party game ever created.
Well, you know, as long as it beats Mario Party.
I don't actually know if it would beat Mario Party, to be perfectly honest.
I mean, literally anything beats Mario Party. You know.
Controversial statement there, Alex.
Sticking a knife between your toenail and your toe is better than Mario Party.
What have I done? Alright.
Oh, you thought I was making controversial statements before. What monsters?
That monster that just walked out of the monster nest. This guy.
Oh, I thought that thing was talking to you.
Oh, that was Horace talking to me.
Oh.
The
issue is that, you know, it starts the narration with that guy around, and then it cuts to Horace. So...
This tutorial goes on for, like, fucking 10 years. Would you jump? Thank you. But yeah. My childhood was, God, just, like... So, between, you know, the choices I had in games... and the amount of time I had to play games, it's kind of a wonder that I became a gamer at all. And I really only, you know, properly gamed because I was, you know, a sneaky little brat. And I liked working around my parents' restrictions a lot. So, you know... Oh, fucking... God damn it. So I have fond memories of, sneaking down the stairs at like 10 p.m. to get the DS and play video games for hours in like the wee hours of the morning. Like, I was a sneaky kid. The first time I ever played a Smash Brothers game was at like 3 a.m. on a GameCube in my basement with the sound off because I was trying not to wake anybody up. Like, oh yeah, are you ready for shitty platforming mechanics?
I'm always ready for shitty platform. No, that's a lie, but as of right now, I am ready for shitty platforming mechanics.
Oh, alright, we made it through this time.
Woo!
These are save points, by the way.
Alright. See, my story of video gaming isn't anywhere near as interesting as yours, but while we're still going through the tutorial...
Oh yeah,
I guess why not, share my experiences.
This tutorial doesn't even end at the end of this Sphinx segment. We still have to go through the entire tutorial for the cursed mummy.
Woo! So for context, unlike your parents, neither of mine were gamers. My mom has fond memories of arcade gaming.
Yeah.
And actually, when we were in Portland, we went to a arcade bar, and boy, did she have a blast there, and actually got some of the high scores on the machines there.
Oh, cool.
Because she was really good at, those games. But so, by the time, they had me, they were, long years had passed since video gaming. So, I remember my first games were some of those, the, like, on the PC, like, the Tonka games, or the...
Oh my god, I played those too!
Yeah, those are my earliest memories of gaming, are, like, those, and all the, like, the games you get in the cereal boxes.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Fucking, oh my god, like the...
And, okay, sorry, do you mind if I...
Yeah, but, like, on the subject of the cereal box games, do you remember, like, God, what were they called? They were, like, the life books?
The Rescue Heroes?
No. It was, like, a legit, like... Oh, God. I don't even remember. Whatever. Continue.
But then when we were living in France, we had some next-door neighbors who were also from America, and they had some older boys in their family.
Mm-hmm.
And I should mention, this is in 1999 or so.
Also, Horace is going to die. Just... whatever. It's fine.
Okay. The Phantom Menace just came out.
As in the movie or a game version of Phantom Menace?
The movie, but the game's important too.
Alright, just making sure, sorry.
And I had never seen Star Wars before, and so this is a bit roundabout, but...
This is how geeks are born.
And we're walking past, because in the town we live in France, there's like a big open field, and occasionally they'd have movies there, they took up, a projector and a huge-ass screen.
Yeah.
And so we're walking past as episode 1 is going on, and the movie, it piques my interest, and so I ask what's going on. And my parents, and also my grandparents, were all huge Star Wars fans.
Mm-hmm.
And so they tell me about it, and my grandparents end up getting me what will, to this day, be one of my most cherished gifts I've gotten.
The Blade of Osiris. No.
Which is the boxed VHS set of the original Star Wars movies. Like, a few changes had been made, but this is before George Lucas got change happy. And... I really get into Star Wars. That is my jam.
Yeah.
Like, completely. Read all the books, do all the everything. Didn't end up getting as much into the expanded universe as what I just said would make it sound like. But, anyways, so I'm hanging out with, the Friends family, and I noticed that the two older boys are playing the Phantom Menace video game, which was actually a pretty good video game, for a tie-in PC game in the early 2000s. And so I start playing that, whenever they offer me the chance to, and I really enjoy it. And then, they start playing, the Lord of the Rings tie-in games, which were, from what I recall, also pretty good. And so that is the start of not cereal box video gaming, which then takes us to the Game Boy, SD in this case.
Ah, the Game Boy.
And so my parents are like, oh, you're always playing these, tie-in games, so we'll get you some of these. And then also they got me, like the Namco, all the arcade games, and I loved that.
Oh yeah, I hate to interrupt you yet again.
Oh, go ahead.
But I had, I don't remember if I still have it, but I had like a Pac-Man game collection for the Game Boy Advance.
I think we're talking about the same thing here.
Awesome.
But for the record, Dig Dug, best game ever.
It is a really good game.
Yeah.
I mean, I was awful at it, but it was a good game.
Oh yeah, same here. So that's the story with like my DS, is that I play a lot of those games. I remember I played a lot of the Kim Possible tie-in games.
Nice.
Yeah, those were the first ones that introduced me to the idea of jumping, like, jumping onto a wall and then jumping away from it, to double jump, which ended up serving me quite well in the future. But anyways, so now we cut ahead like a good 4 years or so, and I'm given the PS2 for, for a gift, and I continue playing the tie-in games. That's literally all I'm playing at this point. Because, that's the only thing my parents, know to get me, and I'm not old enough yet to really be buying my own games or, looking for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to North Carolina, which is where my formative gaming experiences happened. Because my friends there were old enough, or they had, older siblings that were old enough that they had, formulated their own tastes. And so, I was experiencing those tastes, and like any, kid, I grabbed onto their tastes and, sort of took them on as my own to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
And their tastes were, Call of Duty, Halo, first-person shooters. So a lot of my early experience was those, and, I very much, grew to think that those games were pretty good, despite that I didn't actually enjoy them that much. So I start playing a lot of those. And that leads me to eventually buy my own Xbox, which I saved up money for like a year and a half to buy. And actually, because like there was a sale going on, but I didn't have enough money yet, I ended up actually getting a loan from my dad to buy it during the sale, and then I paid him back like over the course of the next couple of weeks to buy it. And so, the rest of my dad was really proud of, me spending, a year and a half saving up for this. Which also ended up happening when I got my own DS, but anyways, beside the point. And so, he tells, a bunch of family members about this, for whatever reason. And so, that Christmas, I think it is, yeah, because it was like November when I got the Xbox, I'm given a lot of, games as gifts.
Mm.
But here's where it's different than before. Because I'm getting gifts from people who are so distanced from video gaming. Like, these are my grandparents who...
Oh god, no.
Well, this is also... I should also probably mention, these are the grandparents who played World of Warcraft, so... Yeah, those I had an interesting grandfather who, had been convinced by my uncle that World of Warcraft was a great game and played it a lot.
I'm going to withhold my statements on World of Warcraft. I think we've already made enough controversial statements tonight.
I mean, I like it enough. I played it for a long time myself, mainly because my grandfather played it. But, you know, they're not buying the tie-in games. You know, they're just, oh, that looks interesting. So my first 3 games I remember, no, first 4 games I remember I got were Halo 3, Mirror's Edge, Batman Arkham Asylum,
Jesus.
and Mass Effect.
They have pretty good taste in video games for not having taste in video games.
I know, it was amazing. And I played all of them and loved them, except for Mass Effect, ironically, because I didn't have any idea what the fuck I was doing and just gave up. And then eventually I learned about Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, and I'm like, holy shit, these are really cool looking games. I really want to play them, but I know they're the second and third parts of a trilogy. I need to start with the first part. And I pushed my way through like the first quarter of Mass Effect 1, hating it, disliking it. And then we get to the point where, it opens up and we can explore the entire galaxy. And I fall in love with it right then and there.
Also, we're playing as Prince Tutankhamun right now.
Okay.
Just because.
Excuse me.
Fuck your flower pots.
And... oh, my, another quintessential part of my gaming experience was the friends that really loved first-person shooters also really liked the game Oblivion. We would spend hours playing that game, and, most of it wasn't even just playing it. We would go into the capital city and just look up and shoot arrows up and then guess where they'd fall. And that is what we did in that game, and it was super, super fun. So I ended up, getting my own copy of Oblivion. And then that, combined with the fact that for, years at this point, I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons, things like that. That really solidified my taste in video games.
Alright. So now that we've told our life stories...
By the way, continuing with life stories, I'm gay.
Oh.
Sort of.
Aren't we all just gay on the inside?
At least some of us are.
I don't fucking... oh no, wait, it was the bird! This fucking this tutorial area is stupid as shit.
I've gathered that.
So, basically... we have to collect a bunch of old amulets for reasons.
Are the reasons established
No.
this early on? Are the amulets plot critical?
We have to get the amulets so that we can give them to our creepy old aunt, who is also part of an ongoing plot to murder us so that the brother can take the throne. This is not the creepy old aunt. Lady Nefertiti. Lady Nefertiti, I'm where the Prince Tutankhamun is asked for your hand in marriage. As any astute man will tell you, the logical choice is not necessarily the wisest. A marriage would say, his brother, Akhenaten, could have unexpected advantages. Who knows what the future will bring? You should think carefully about that, Nefertitis.
You know, I may be wrong, but I'm
Alright.
fairly sure Nefertiti and Tutankhamun did not live at any point close to one another. Like I said, I may be wrong. It's been a long time since I studied anything about Egypt.
Oh, this game is entirely, ridiculously loosely based on the mythology.
Except these aren't even mythological figures. They're real people.
Here's a creepy ant.
I'd never fucking guess. I like that we have, Roman Catholic stained glass windows.
No, they have ankhs.
I like that we have Roman Catholic style stained glass windows.
We have to find the amulets. It's literally the only way to complete the tutorial.
Where's the Amulet of Kings?
Half of this tutorial is move the bird statue to trigger an effect. I'm not joking. Grotty little hole, looks like a rat's nest. No, dear, it appears to be one of the old secret corridors which riddle the palace. They've been in the palace longer than I have.
That's impossible. You've been here before the palace.
I thought they were all taken care of. At least this one has been blocked off. We have to go this one first.
So are these two plots taking place at the same time, or...?
Yes.
Okay.
The plots involving the Sphinx and both the cursed mummy happen at roughly the same period of time.
See, I was figuring this was like what was going on in Uruk to turn it into an evil place.
I forget what the exact timeline is, but I mean, it's pretty obvious that Tutankhamun is going to become the cursed mummy.
I mean, can I give it a...
Let's see what happens if I collect the letter before talking to her about collecting the letter.
That animation!
So basically, this game is split up into two halves. Obviously, Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. So Sphinx plays kind of like a Zelda game, but a little bit shittier. And the Cursed Mummy plays kind of like a Prince of Persia game without any combat, except a little bit shittier. So what I'm trying to say is this game is not very good. But at the same time, I don't know. It's this game is its own unique charm in certain ways.
I mean, I do like the graphical style, I'll give it that.
Even if these graphics aren't very good for the GameCube.
Oh yeah, like, the style, not the graphics
I know.
themselves.
There we go. There's like literally no prompts on how to do this tutorial. The only reason that I know what I'm doing right now is because I literally played through this tutorial earlier today so that I wouldn't make a fool of myself on stream. You found Nefertiti's letter. Ooh, that text is
Can
not
we read this
okay.
letter, or...?
Wonderful, you got it. Got what? I need to talk to you about this letter, but not here. Someone might be listening, like all those birds. Meet me outside the palace later. Some things you need to know. And please, my dear Tutankhamun, watch your back. And we're like, I like backs.
Our ears are pretty, like, low on our head.
Don't worry, we won't have ears soon.
We don't need ears where we're going. Oh yeah, that's right, you don't watch movies, you probably didn't get that reference.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm not a movie person.
Back to the Future.
That's
what
I
they say when-
have seen that, ironically.
That's what they say when you... Or that's what Doc Emmett says, like, when they're going to the future.
Many happy returns, my dear brother. I'm trying to decide on a voice for this guy, hold on.
I see you finally awake!
No! Stop! This is not happening again!
The stream has no idea what you're talking about.
I see you're finally awake. Predictably late as usual. Everyone's busy preparing for your birthday. It's strange! I don't recall such excitement on my birthday. Anyway.
Oh,
He's going to kill us. / curse us.
really?
And then we're going to spend a fucking eternity getting our life back together. And that's one half of the game. Nothing in here.
Honestly, that seems like a pretty good hook for an entire game.
Yeah.
Though ideally, like a very narrative-driven game, you know?
This game is pretty heavy on the narrative side. Whoops. No.
I like the fact that they do comment on, like, stereotypical video game behavior.
I'm the prince, fuck you. Ha 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 ha! I'm taking the crown and you can't do shit.
This is like if Skyrim was self-aware.
Is this door open? No. Oh, duh. The bird statues. How could I forget? Bird statue
know,
1.
As fun as it is to play and just lose countless hours in, Skyrim never really worked for me.
I really enjoyed it, but only because I'm the kind of person who doesn't mind grinding.
See, for me, the issue was, you know, I'm going through the Civil War, and, you know, we have to kill Ulfric Stormcloak, you know?
Oh, you actually did that quest?
Yeah.
That's like the most boring quest in the entire game.
Well, I'm pro-imperial in those games. I have a nice. Please tell me we just say fuck him and continue moving. Of course we do. But anyways, so we're we need to kill Ulfric. He's the keystone to this whole rebellion.
Yep.
And he's going to attack Whiterun soon, which is a city key to my plans to save the world or whatever. I have friends there. I think in this playthrough, my wife was living there.
Whiterun is literally the best city as like a base of operations.
Yeah, though later on I chose Falkreath because I liked building my house there.
Actually, that's not true. Whiterun isn't the best. It's just one of the more convenient, because you can't get an alchemical table in your house.
I think generally I preferred Solitude.
Anganot, Nefertiti must have the letter. I had it before I talked to her. Ooh. Plot is afoot. This is getting risky. We need to accelerate our plans. Are the sarcophagi in place? Yes, sir. Everything is going.
Oh my god!
I'm going to leave a spare sarcophagus key here in case anything happens to the others. My little brother is going to get an unexpected birthday surprise. Oh, and we're like, a birthday? I love birthday surprises.
So anyways, like I was saying, I have every motive to, kill Ulfric. And they let me walk right up to the fucker. Yeah, there is no point, in the quest where his guards try and stop me, or they say, oh, we'll take, the declaration of, defense of Whiterun, or, or whatever. No, they let me walk right up to the fucker. And, of course, he's invincible.
Oh, come on. That is true. They did make him plot important until you had to kill him.
And that
is part of the quest.
That was the point where I was like, okay, I will keep on playing this game, but I no longer gave a damn about the story, because I knew I was a stunt man who wasn't given the script. Where I got to show up, I was in the background while the important people said their lines, and that was it.
Where the fuck is the sarcophagus I'm supposed to be going into?
For the person who's going to save the world, the Dragonborn doesn't actually have any real agency.
I think my favorite playthrough of Skyrim was when I put off becoming the Dragonborn for most of the game.
Yeah, no, that's generally a good way to do it.
Like I got a mod. I loved modding Skyrim, by the way. Mm-hmm. So I got a mod that was like, oh, you could start in different places.
Oh, that's a good mod. I liked that one, except it broke for me. And then put me on an island where I just constantly died every time I, tried to start, and it wouldn't switch.
Oh, no, that wasn't a bug.
Oh yeah, no, I know it wasn't a bug. That's just...
That was just how it was set up. Yeah. I ended up starting... Are you fucking serious? I ended up starting one playthrough using that mod where I literally started on the DLC continent. And then there was another time when I started on that mod, and I was playing with, that mod that's like, that gives you like frostbite or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I started off the coast of like a frozen sea.
Yeah, no, that happened to me too, so...
It was like, I was like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, with that mod, you really have to, like, go through 2 or 3 times before you actually start playing.
I love how we're, like, making no commentary on this stupid game.
Well, you said, we're still in the tutorial, right? We can start making actual commentary.
That's true. This is the ongoing tutorial.
I will say,
stuff.
I do see what you mean by shitty shitty platforming.
Oh my god, this fucking tutorial goes on for, like, 10 years. The tutorial does not end until after this segment.
But yeah. Another thing I hated about Skyrim was Riften, just the entire city. Because you immediately go in, and there's so many NPCs that are just needlessly antagonistic towards you. Like, and ridiculously so. Like,
Riften was the place with the thieves guild, right?
Yeah. Right. And, first the guard antagonizes you, despite how tough you might be. Then, some random thug walks up, grabs your camera, and starts, trying to intimidate you. Then you walk past other people being assholes. And then Brynjolf starts walking towards you. Says, "Hey, you're a thief, aren't ya?" And no matter what you choose, he basically says, "Fuck your player agency. I say you're a thief, so you're a thief. Join the Thieves Guild."
I mean, the Thieves Guild was one of the coolest fucking quest lines in that game, though.
Oh god, that thing.
It was good. It was like the fucking... It was like one of my favorites. I'm gonna be totally real. It gave you some of the coolest armor, too. I loved it.
The Batman armor?
Sure. I don't know what you're referring to as the Batman
the
armor.
Nightingale armor.
Yeah, the Nightingale armor was fucking badass.
Yeah, the Batman armor.
And that was also the questline that gave you, like, permanent, like, 1 of 3 permanent buffs or something.
Right. No, it had some pretty good rewards.
It was
it's just
sick.
I didn't find the quest line at all engaging.
Whoops, I'm dead.
You know, in real life, Prince Tutankhamun most likely died of an arrow to the head, not falling onto a grate and some wooden planks.
There's... Wait.
How many of these amulets do we need?
I have most of them. The last one's in that chest. But I don't remember the... Oh, yeah, I do. Never mind.
Yeah, I'll be honest, okay, yeah. So, the companions, the Mages Guild, and the Thieves quests, even the Assassin, the Dark Brotherhood quests didn't really do it for me.
I thought... I really like companions. Mostly because with the post-D... Actually, no. Because the werewolves always had the werewolf perks. They had to buff vampires with Dawnguard because vampires were
the
too
werewolves
shit.
didn't have the perk system until Dawn.
Really? Okay. But shit. Like, with all the DLC, fucking werewolf perks were the best!
Oh yeah. I'm not talking about the gameplay mechanics. I'm talking about the story.
Purely narrative?
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, a lot of them were like...
Yeah, like I've said before, I judge games on, narrative basis.
They were very
so.
pushy. I'll say that.
Oh my goodness.
They were very bad about giving you actual reason to join them, aside from the knowledge that you become a vampire.
Right, and my other big issue is that, the whole game is basically the apocalypse is happening, dragons are showing up, the world is going to be, devoured by their leader. I'm going to take time out of my day to become the dean of a college.
Okay.
The leader of the Assassin's Guild. I'm going to become a mercenary.
That's not the game's fault. Because if they had not allowed you to do any side quests until after the main quest was complete...
Oh, people would hate that too. Like, it's a fundamental issue.
Oh, fuck. I'm getting Skype messages. Alright.
It's a fundamental issue with,
Fucking... God damn it. Oh no, the stream froze! Son of a bitch! Alright. Are we good? Are we okay? Is the stream still working? Okay.
But yeah, that's a fundamental issue with Bethesda-style RPGs. Like, I'm not sure how you would fix that.
Yeah,
and I think the best way to do it would be to take out the main quest entirely, or make it something that doesn't... as much as we hate Fallout 4, I think that the main quest...
Fuck off! This PC! Jesus Christ! Sorry, go on.
I think Fallout 4 had an actually good idea with making the quest about the player personally and not about the world. Because that at least gives a reason why everyone is not pushing for you to save the world and why there's not an immediate, you have to do this.
My only issue with that is that you really... It still really was about the world, though. They just
I should also make it clear I haven't actually played Fallout 4, and I know that at some point it becomes less about you and more about, like, robot slavery or something.
More controversial statements here, and also Fallout 4 spoilers. My problem with the Fallout 4 story was that it was literally the same as any other Fallout story. It was just like, we're going to give you this overarching goal. Except they made the characters, I don't know how to explain it. Instead of having the player decide the motivation of the main character, like, being able to role play, they just outright decided it.
Well, okay, and I'm gonna say there's also the kinds of role-playing games where you play an established character. And those can work as well. The problem is Bethesda...
Fallout 4 didn't do that.
Yeah, the problem is Bethesda tried to do both at the same time.
Yeah, so you could be an evil mastermind, fucking murder everyone, and have sex with, 10 beautiful women. And then in the next story cutscene, you'd be crying because your husband is dead. And that your child is missing, even though it's so out of your perceived role-playing character. I'm going to be honest, I didn't finish the story. I literally just played the rest of the all the side quests and shit and ignored the main storyline.
Right.
I hated it. So fucking homophobic and bullshit.
With games like, say, The Witcher or, Deus Ex, you're playing as, very specific characters, I don't care...
That makes sense, yeah.
I don't care, if I can't sculpt Geralt to the way I want, because
he's already Geralt.
He's already Geralt of Rivia. He's already the Butcher of Blaviken, He already has, his relationship with, Dandelion and Cirilla and, all these characters, and I wouldn't want to change that for the world. Obviously Bethesda didn't do that. Actually, going back on what I said, I think a better way to do it would be to do something that Fallout 1 did, which is that you have a time limit to save the world.
Alright. I'm gonna cut us off.
So, where you have... do you mind if I just finish this?
Yeah, just the cutscene won't start
You have a very long, time limit to finish. Say, for Skyrim, you have a year to beat the main quest, which you're going to be able to do. But it does create that sense of urgency there. At least artificially. And I think that's better than nothing.
Alright, so I'm gonna cut off the banter here, because after 45 minutes, we have finished the tutorial.
Zombies, or just regular people?
Yes. I want you all to be ready to use the warping sarcophagi to enter the... Oh god, the sound's bugging out. Tonight the throne will finally be mine.
What the...
Ah, my dear brother, what a pleasant surprise. And after I prepared such a wonderful party for you tonight. We're like, oh fuck.
Were we yawning when we came out of the sarcophagi?
However, you're obviously too impatient to wait and you want your present now. Guard, seize him! Nice animation.
Darn, I was really looking forward to our derpy expression.
And now we go back to Sphinx! So, all 50 minutes of bullshit that we just went through fucking bantering, that is the tutorial section for this game.
I liked that banter, I'm gonna be honest.
That was fun. We should banter more often.
Yeah, if there's a dull point, just, feel free to bring up, whatever comment you have.
Scarab Gold. Or Gold Scarab.
And, speaking of Fallout 4 spoilers, at least personally, I have no issue spoiling the shit out of things.
I do, but Fallout 4 has been out long enough that fuck it.
My opinion is I will wait until a week after something is out until I start spoiling things.
It's a bit of a blunt time frame there.
And I feel that if you're going to have a conversation about something, you need to be able to talk about it and spoil it with, I'm trying to think of how I want to do this.
I think that spoilers should be treated on a person-to-person basis.
Right.
Where it's like, if somebody doesn't want spoilers, just don't spoil it.
Right. But I'm saying if we're going to have, a critical discussion about something...
You need to have a full understanding of the game.
Right.
Oh no!
We're turning into a low-res
A low-res glowing skeleton.
Yeah, it's yeah, I couldn't think of the
I love how they did this, where like you get to play a little bit as Sphinx, and then it goes back to the cutscene of Tutankhamun being transformed.
It helps make the player feel a bit more invested, even if it's just a small thing.
Alright, so now this game goes full Zelda.
You don't just go full Zelda.
Also, did I mention that the camera will not turn through walls?
No, you didn't.
The camera refuses to turn through walls.
The camera is an actual physical camera.
Oh yeah,
floating
like
behind
if
the
I go
character.
over here and I'm like, I want to turn the camera so that the camera's facing away from the wall. I'm still holding down the control stick. It just stops. So, for instance, grabbing this swinging vine, you have to kind of maneuver around the camera because it won't turn all the way.
That's rope. It's not vine.
No, I have no idea why I did that. Fuck. I've entirely forgotten how to play this. Or, in fact... Oh, I know now. Sorry, you can keep...
Oh no, I didn't have anything else to add there.
Welcome to...
I don't know. Rogue One's reaction has been complete bullshit.
Oh, the whole another female protagonist
Right.
in my Star Wars?
I will agree with the criticism that I want to see a woman of color lead,
Yes.
but
Absolutely.
that's a statement that I don't think anyone would disagree with.
Maybe throw in a few trans women. Okay, not that nobody would disagree
Okay,
with it, but...
Let me rephrase that. There is no reason why you should disagree with it.
I mean, shit, man. Make it a trans woman of color, and we are golden.
Yeah, we've
What the fuck is this?
a gay trans woman of color, or would the collective internets lose their shit?
I mean, shit, just go for all of it, man.
Yeah.
There we go. Glyph key 1.
I'm glad that the actress who played Mon Mothma in Episode 3 is reprising the role for this. Since you're not a big Star Wars fan,
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Mon Mothma is the woman in like the white robes we saw in the trailer.
Yeah.
She was the leader of the rebellion in Episode 6, by which I mean she was there for a scene, you know, and then there were a lot of deleted scenes of her in Episode 3.
So they easily could have replaced her with a different actress, and nobody would have, like, whined about it.
Right. But they brought back the same actress that was in the deleted scenes.
Cool.
On the other note, there's rumors that Darth Vader's going to be in the film, right? And according to those same rumors, they originally had planned for Hayden Christensen to reprise the role, but then decided against it. And I'm not sure how I feel about that, because I'd like to see Hayden Christensen be given another chance. But at the same time, considering this literally takes place a week before, or like 2 or 3 weeks before Episode 4, I don't have an issue. I think... Shoot. Is Jones dead now? Do you know? Is
Jones?
James Earl Jones, I believe is his name. The guy who played Mufasa and Darth Vader.
Oh shit, I have no idea.
I think he's still alive, and his voice is still that same very rich, very deep, voice. And
Oh, thank God I made it.
if I'm not wrong, I'd really like him to reprise the role.
Oh no.
Because, he is Darth Vader.
On a side note, sorry, the textures look kind of shit. There's not much I can do about it. My computer's already having a bad time. Right. Red. red, blue, green, shit. Red, blue, green, yellow, red. Fuck. Alright, fine. Wait. Oh no.
Is there a way to find this out other than just brute force?
Oh, I'm sure. Alright.
So red, blue, green, yellow, green.
Perfect. What the fuck does that do? Oh.
Yeah, Mass Effect had a puzzle similar to that, but
Fuck puzzles.
But it didn't require you to run around. It just had you, pressing buttons. And also, it was very short, It was just figuring out how you press the face buttons in what order.
I hope you're ready for box puzzles, because there's no actual... Fuck. Because there's no actual, mechanics yet, except box puzzles.
Well, we can always, have the Towers of Hanoi in this game.
What is the Towers of Hanoi?
The Towers of Hanoi is where you have 3 pillars, right?
Okay, what is it from?
It is...
Or is it like a trope?
It's a trope.
Okay.
It's a very commonly used puzzle that was created in the 1800s.
Oh, we did have to brute force it.
Oh. But, no, it's the one where you have 3 pillars and then a bunch of rings on them that get successively smaller.
Oh, that's right, you told me about
And you have to
this.
replace, you have to move the rings from one to the next. The issue is, if you have a ring of one size on a pillar, you can't move a larger ring on top of it. So you need to be constantly shuffling them around just in order to get the, the lower ones off of the original pillar. And it gets successively tougher, I think it's something like the amount of moves you need to do a certain number of discs is more than doubled each time you add a single disc.
Oh, jeez. Cutscene.
The Towers of Hanoi I really like because once you get the base pattern of it down, it's really just making sure you understand the whole thing before you go forward. And so I think if you it would actually make a really good, routine puzzle in a game. You have the first one...
Getting progressively more difficult?
Yeah. The first time you have, say 3 discs, And it's just a pretty quick, okay, you learn how the mechanism of it works. And, next time it's 4, 5, 6. And so, it is getting difficult, but at the same time you understand... The basic mechanics never change.
What I really
just
like...
Complexity.
But I really like games like Portal, where it's very unique puzzle mechanics that build on themselves.
Right.
If that makes sense.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not talking about for a puzzle game. I'm talking about puzzles in, a adventure game or whatever.
Did I mention that Sphinx is literally in the room? I'm pretty sure he is. He might not be. Oh no.
Oh, hi, Mummy.
Oh no, he still does have ears. How disappointing.
That's it, I'm no longer immersed in this game. Who's he talking to? Oh, I guess that answers that.
Oh yeah, we are in the building. Fuck.
But also question, why is Nefertiti there if she didn't decide to go, if she's not a part of it?
First of all, her name is Nefertiti. Second of all, she's there because she's being forced to marry the elder brother.
That's right, that's right. Now, since you said this is a very Zelda-esque game, do the enemies drop health at all?
Occasionally.
Okay.
But not as often as you want them to.
Right.
This is very much a game where health is sparse until you get... Yeah, see, there we go. So if anything drops like a golden ankh, that's health.
Okay.
And the gold scarabs are, in general, money. We also have no way of defending ourselves right now, which is a bit of an issue, because if anything attacks us, we're fucked. Unless we can, like, physically dodge out of the way.
But I'm guessing there's no really good way to dodge.
No, you could basically, like, attempt to jump. I think we just have to kill all of these guys. Yep, there we go. I'm slowly remembering more and more of this game as I play it. And
the memories. When this game came out?
The memories are getting fonder and fonder, I gotta be honest. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this. Oh, this is such a fun thing.
Hey, we got a shield.
It's magical shield used in battle with the great god Osiris himself. Yep. I think it's like R? Yeah.
Ooh, I like that graphic.
Oh, the fucking like energy shield. Yeah, this game loves.
It really does create a good aesthetic.
What were you saying about good aesthetic? Sorry.
No, I'd finished what I wanted to say. We have to go back through this way?
I've completely forgotten where I'm supposed to go.
I thought I saw something to the left there.
To the left. 'Twas a shitty little scorpion. It is dead.
I saw a mud crab the other day. Horrible creatures. Oh, I was wrong. Never mind. That's just a bit of scenery.
Camera sensitivity, where are you? Doop-de-doop. Oh, I know where we're going.
Chasing him. Chasing him. Crap.
We have to go all the way back to the beginning of this area.
Chasing him.
It's a lot less arduous than... It's a lot less arduous than you might think, because all of the skeletons that were in this area are now, like, enemies that spawn when you get near them. Which is a cool thing, because it's like, you get to go back through the dungeon.
And have a reason why you're having to fight your way back.
Yeah, it feels like you're fighting your way back out.
Without doing Skyrim's thing of, like, looping the dungeon.
I also like how this game has the shield as an equipable item. Like, like you have to equip it. It's not like a dedicated button. And there's no L targeting in this game, because L is also a button. Depth perception is a bit of an issue. Doop-de-doop. I'm gonna go all the way up here. Fucking jump off the edge. So back in this room, there was
now we can get past the way because we use the shields.
Yep.
Okay.
Game mechanics.
Game mechanics? And so I'm guessing, you know, the way you angle the shield changes, you know, what you're blocking.
Oh, it's not a reflective shield.
Oh,
like,
I'm not saying that
it
is.
Where you're like, blocking? Yes.
Yeah.
Get over here, you fucking son of a bitch. There we go. There we go.
I'm really liking the choir in the background.
Ta-da!
With like the...
Yeah. Also, yeah, now we're in the room. So yeah, Sphinx...
It has a very Oblivion Gate look to it, and I realized that Oblivion came after this, but...
Yeah, go for it. Oh god, audio's fucking up. What happened? Curses, now we'll have to start again. Look, there's a saboteur who ruined the ceremony.
we even know anything that's going on?
You fool! Deactivate the magical device. Can't you see it's going to explode? It's sucking us in. No.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh no, it sucked up all of the prince's body parts. And also the prince. And also them. Jesus, hold on. Okay, the audio is seriously bugging me right now. Hold up. Duh. Wait. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Let's turn down anisotropic filtering. Reduces tearing. Sorry, hold on. Trying to fix the audio problems during cutscenes. Maybe it's under audio? Use audio to throttle using the DSP. Might fix audio clicks, but can also cause...
Make a laugh, make a laugh.
Let's see if that fixes the issue. Also...
I mean, the music really doesn't fit the scene.
I mean, it kind of does now that we're in the combat. Holy shit, slow
but
down.
Like 10 seconds ago it didn't.
Holy shit, slow down up the ass. And the audio's fucking up. Let's turn off VSync. Shit. This is unplayable. Oh no. Oh no.
So I've heard about this little indie title called The Gray Fox.
No. Never again. You know what? We're gonna have to reset. Ah, that's my monitor. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Oh dear, people will see the moon.
So now we're running on ultra shitty resolution. And it's still laggy.
Yay.
Great. Oh boy. Really?
Oh, that's what the problem was.
Really, guys? I don't know why I'm talking to the viewers.
No, this
Come on, viewers, get it
We
together.
all know this is the viewer's fault. Ooh, can we just do this in wireframe?
That would be awful. Yeah. Even in the pause, it's stuck at 50. Good lord. I have no idea what to do about this. Let's just try fighting these guys in fucking slow-mo. This is completely ridiculous. This is completely unplayable.
So I wonder what caused it, because we were doing fine up until
Yeah, there were no problems until that cutscene. God damn it. I have no idea. I have it on really low settings, too. And analyzing will just slow it down even more. Shit, man. Let's try that. Sure. Let's enable all the dangerous options. Oh god, I forget. Please. Nope, we're done. We're done right now. When we die, we go back to the last point we saved. I have to get the shield again.
Yay!
So that was Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. We might play this again. If I feel like playing another hour and 11 minutes to get back to the point we were at. Now it's working fine! What the fuck?!
I think this game just wants to spite you is the thing.
Alright, whatever, fucking... I'll try to get this working later. But for now we're gonna stop the stream for a while and go on to break. So, I will see you guys in like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, something like that.
We'll be right back.